Hey guys, Adrienne here. Welcome to my newest listing located in Spring Lake Ranch, lot number 35, Spring Mist.
Here we go.
If you're doing what everyone else is doing, you're doing it wrong.
So this lot is a half-acre lot and it's got some really cool aspects to it. First of all, it is extremely private. So depending on where you go in the neighborhood, you have more or less trees. You're backing onto trees or you're backing onto a neighbor, some back onto the lake. This one is kind of like tucked away into its own little world. It's backing onto trees and then it has some trees in the front of it. So that offers some more privacy. And so this would be, I'd say, one of the most private lots that you can get in Spring Lake Ranch. Another really cool bonus feature about this lot that none of the other lots have in this neighborhood is a well. I'm not going to say you could drink from this well. It is grandfathered in from an older house that used to be on the property. However, it does still function, and if you would appreciate having some additional water supply, since you will have to be on a cistern in this neighborhood, you have something where you can water your grass and your plants in your garden and spray wash your house and your car if you want. So having that extra water source is like prime bonus out here. You will really appreciate that. Location-wise, you're just 5 minutes up the road to Blueberry School, and if you're a parent, you'll appreciate being close to a school out in the country, as well as the fact that it's actually quite a renowned school out here with a really good reputation. Spring Lake Ranch is a part of the village of Spring Lake, so all the streets are paved out here. You have street lights. This is a massive bonus when you live in the country, especially if you're moving from town. You will feel like you have the country life, but you're not going to feel like you're tucked away from everyone and secluded and isolated. If you want to go for a walk with your kids and one of your kids wants to skateboard, they can, because we have paved streets. You're not going to have gravel and dust kicked up in your face when someone drives by. So it's something that people don't think about when they're moving to the country, but you really take it for granted, the paved streets. And then once you move out here, you're like, paved, this is what I need. Now, most of my videos I do in the summer out here, but this, as you can see, we are out in the dead of winter. But I want to highlight the fact that if you're going to have to live life in the winter like we do in Alberta, it's way more awesome to live out in a country neighborhood like this, where when you go for a walk in the winter with your kids, you have beautiful trails to walk through. You're out in the peace and quiet of being at the lake. You can walk or snowshoe across the lake. If you're in town, you're walking on the slushy, gross streets. I say this because I used to live in town, and it's just, if you got to be stuck in winter in Alberta, you might as well be stuck out here. It's just, life is just a lot better out here. But where Spring Lake really shines, of course, is in the summer. So if you love paddleboarding, kayaking, swimming, fishing, there's docks all around the lake, easy to access the lake. If you want to live the pontoon life and have a pontoon boat, this is a great little lake for that. And best of all is it is very hard to find decent lakes that you can live at that are close to town. So we're about 12 minutes to Stony Plain, 15 minutes to Spruce Grove, 30 minutes to Edmonton. So if you need to work in the city, this is still easily accessible enough that you're not driving an hour to get out to your lake property. If you're ever gonna have guests coming out to visit you, we actually have a campground here, so they can rent a spot, you can go over and visit them. There's a nice beach there. It's just a nice little bonus to have so that you can live the lake life and people that you know and love can come and live that with you for a time. If they love it so much, they could even get a seasonal spot. So you're welcome, Spring Lake Resort, for advertising for you. Other amenities around the neighborhood, we have a riding arena for horses. We have several playgrounds. We have a basketball and pickleball court that's also an ice rink in the winter. Spring Lake has lots of events and just opportunities to connect with the community, which I really like, my family really likes. A couple examples would be, there's a fall festival, so they have booths and they have, music playing and food trucks, and it's just a cool little thing to go to with the family. They have drive-in movies throughout the year, skating parties, and my absolute favorite, Santa comes through the whole village and we offer some food bank donations, and then photos with Santa. They get a little treat bag and he's on a sleigh. It's like so awesome. So those are just a few examples. There's more stuff that happens, but if you're looking for something that feels a little bit like a community still, but you have space between your neighbors, you can't reach out your side of your house and touch your neighbor's house because there's actually lots of space between you and your neighbors, then you're really going to appreciate living out in a community like this. So if you like the idea of privacy, definitely come check out Lot 35. Give me a call. I'll meet you right over here. I live in the neighborhood with my family as well. We absolutely love it out here. I can meet up with you. We can walk the lot together and talk about options of what kind of build you can do. Also, I have a link with all the design guidelines for the area, so feel free to reach out. I can hook you up with that as well. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.